Yes, good morning, students. Today we are going to see the history of Python. Python was invented by Guido van Rossum in 1991 at CWI in Netherlands. Okay, there are many versions are available in Python: 0.9.0, 1.0, and then 2.0, 2.7.0, 3, and our latest version is Python 3.10. Okay, it was invented on October 2021, last month only they have invented the Python. They have released the Python 3.10 version. See, I have noted the release date and what are the features in each versions I have given. Okay, next one, Python features. It is easy to learn and use. Okay, when compared to other programming language, we no need to use the semicolon and the curly brackets in Python. Next, expressive language. When compared to other programming language, it is very easy to write the programs very fast. Next, interpreted language means it is executed line by line, so it is easy to debug the errors. Okay. Next one, cross-platform language. We can install our Python in Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac, Windows, etc. Next, free and open source. See, it is freely available. We no need to pay money for that Python software. Here, if you are working with Windows operating system, means go to website www.python.org. Then you can download the version. Next, object-oriented programming language. Here, everything is object and classes. We can use the inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulations. Next, extensible. Okay, we can use the C and C++ programs to compile the Python program. Next, large standard library. Here we are using the large standard libraries. Okay, so web development libraries are there. Okay, and many frameworks are there. Next, GUI programming support. See, it is used to develop the desktop applications. Next, integrated. See, it can be easily integrated with C, C++, and Java. Next, embeddable. Next, dynamic memory allocation. Here we no need to mention the data type, integer, string. Okay, simply we can use the x equal to 15 is enough. And the next, setting a path. Here, before we are going to use the Python, we need to set the path. So go to my computer, right click. See, I will show you the demo. Okay, go to my computer. Okay, see, my computer. See here, go to my computer, then go to properties. In this properties, advanced system settings. Select the advanced system settings, then environment variables, then select the new, and then in the it will open a path. Okay, in that path you select type the path variable name. Variable value is C colon where the Python is installed. Okay, that location. See, this is the my computer. Here we are going to select the advanced system settings. Here click the new. Okay, like that. Next one, working with Python. See, we are going to install Python on Windows, Mac, Linux. Okay, for example, we are going to install the Python on Windows system means go to the website https://www.python.org/downloads. Okay, and then it will open this window. Here you can click this download Python 3.7 version. Okay, and then it will ask if you are missing is having 64-bit means, okay, you go to this website and then you can download the 64-bit Python software for Windows. Okay, these are the step-by-step process to install the Python. Next, Mac OS. You can in the Mac OS, you can install the Python. Go to this website. Okay. You can install. Next one, Linux OS. Okay. I have given the code which Python 3. If you type this program means it will install the. Next to Ubuntu also there are 2 lines of coding is there. Then you can easily install Python. Next one, Python basic syntax. Here, for example, in Java program, if we want to print the hello world message means, okay, we need to use the public class name, public static void main string of, okay, and then system.out.println hello world. Okay, but in our Python, just to give the print open bracket hello world, that is enough. See, when compared to other language, Python is very simple. Okay, only single line is enough to print a statement. Okay, next we will see the syntax for the print function. See here, print star objects, comma, separation, end slash n, okay, plus false. Okay, here objects are statements. Okay, here they have mentioned star objects because there are many statements we can use. Next, sep means it is the separates the print values. Okay, by using the comma or space. End means it printed at last. Next, file, it is the file object. Next one, flush, it is used to forcibly flush the file. Next, come to the program. We will see the example program. See, I have installed the Thonny software, okay, for using the Python. So here, for example, see this program. I am opened the Thonny software and then I typed this program. Okay. Here print of welcome to Python a equal to 10. Print of a equal to a. What is the value of a? 10. It will print. Next b equal to a. I am assigning the value of b equal to 10. So next I am going to print a equal to a equal to b. See the output. See, we got the output. Okay. Next, move to the next program. Next, see, using the sep and end argument. Okay, I am going to type this program. I typed this program. Here, a equal to 10, print of a equal to a, comma, sep equal to 4 times d. Okay, next end equal to slash n slash n slash n. Here, first it will print the output a equal to sep value. Sep value will print the first. Next to only a value print. Next, at the end, there are 3 new lines are there. It will print. Next line, a equal to sep value is 0, so 0 will print. Next, 10 will print. Next end, there are 5 times dollar symbol will print. Okay, see the output. See, yes, we got the output. Okay. Next, move to the next program. Next, input function. Input function is used to get the some input from the user. Okay. For example, name equal to input of enter a name of the student. The student name is name. Here in the first line, the user will type some name. Okay, see the example. Enter the name of the students, Devans. Okay, the student name is Devans. Okay. Next, a equal to, we are getting the integer value. Okay, a equal to, so we need to typecast the input into integer. Okay, so integer of input of enter the first number, b equal to second number, print of a plus b. See, enter the first number 50, enter the second number 100, so it will print the 100 plus 50, 150. Next, Python variables. Okay, see, in the Python variables, it is used to refer the memory location. It is used to refer the memory location. Here, there are many rules are there for the naming the Python variables. Okay, first character of the variable is the alphabet or underscore symbol. It not start with the digits. Okay, it does not start with the digits. Next one, there is no white spaces in between the variable name. Okay, and then and it must not, the variable must not be similar to the keyword. Next, it is case sensitive. For example, see, small case name and capital letter name are different. Okay, for example of the valid identifier, see, start with alphabet A123, it is valid. Start with underscore symbol, it is also valid one. And in between underscore symbol, it is also valid. Next one, invalid identifier. See, start with the number, so it is invalid. Next one, see, we have used the special symbols. We should not use the special symbols. So, but here we have used the special symbol dollar. So it is also invalid. Next one, n space 9. See, there is some space we have given, white space. So it is now also not valid identifier. Okay, next one, declaring the variable and assigning the values. Okay, here we no need to mention the data type in Python. Okay, that is the specialty. And then here, assigning the values, we are using the equal to operator to assign the values. Next one, we can get the type of the variable. Okay, what is the data type? Okay, for example, here print of John, here print of type of John. Okay, here what will come? Print of type of John. So it will show the output is class str, because in Python everything is class. Okay, so here what is the data type of John? It is the string, so string data type. Next one, object identity. See, it will Python gives the unique object identity. Okay, each object, it gives the unique identity. For example, a equal to 50, b equal to a. Here b also refer to the same value 50. So both are a and b values have the same identifiers. Okay, so here see the output, a and b values have the same identifier. Next, a equal to 500, so its identity is changed to some other address. Okay, next one, see, name equal to Devans, age equal 20, mark equal to this one. I'm going to print of name. Print of name means what will print? Devans. Print of age means 20 will print. Next, print of marks means 80.50 will print. Okay, see the output. Okay, see, these are all the variable names we can create. And then camel case, Pascal case. Okay, camel case means there are many variable, there are many words in a variable name means, okay, we can start with the second word, start with the capital letter. Third word also start with capital letter. Pascal case means all the letters start with, all the words starting with capital letter. Snake case means words are separated by using the underscore symbol. Using the underscore symbol. Next, multiple assignment. Here x equal to y equal to 50 means print of x 50, print of y also 50, z also 50. See the output. Next, a comma b comma c equal to 5 comma 10 comma 15. Here print of a means 5 will print, print of b means 10 will print, c means 15 will print. Okay, see. Next, local variable and global variable. See, in our Python program, okay, there are two types of variables are there. Okay, local variable and global variable. Here, the scope of the local variable is within a function. Scope of the local variable is within a function, but the scope of the global variable is entire program. Okay, so we will see the, for example, program. In this example program, x equal to 101, define, there is a function, main function, global x, next print of x, Next, I am changing the x value. Okay, I am changing the x value. Welcome to Python. Next, here I am printing the x. For example, here y equal to 67. Next, I am going to print of y. Print of y. Here, at last also I am going to print of y. Okay, see the program. Here x is the defined outside the function. So x is called the global variable. Okay, y is within the function. So y is called the local variable. Okay, here global x. I want to access the global variable inside the function means I need to mention the keyword global and then variable name x. Next I am going to print x. So what will print? 101 will print. Next time here I am changing the x value. I am changing the global variable value to welcome to Python. Okay. Then I am going to print x. What will print? Welcome to Python will print. Next y equal to 67. Next I am going to print of y. So print of y means 67 will print. Next one I am calling the function. Next print of x. Okay, this is outside the function. Okay, global variable can access the outside the function, but the local variable y can't access outside the function, but I have given. So what will happen? It shows the error message. Okay, see first one, see the output. 101 will print. Next welcome to Python print. Next 67 print. Next welcome to Python print. Up to this, okay. Now I am printing the local variable outside the function. So what is happening? Okay, there is the error message, name error. Name y is not defined. Here, see, outside the function there is no variable y. So it shows the error message. Okay, can you understand? Okay. Okay, next. Okay, local variable, global variable is over. Next, delete a variable. For example, I am using one variable x equal to 6. Print of x means 6 will print. Next time del x. So I am deleting the variable name x. So what will happen next time? I am going to print x means it will show the error. Name x is not defined. Okay, because I have deleted the variable x. Okay. Next one, maximum possible value of an integer in Python. Here Python does not have the long int or float int data types. Okay, it has only integer data type. Okay, so there is no limitation to store the value in the Python. For example, okay, a equal to 10000. See, for example, 55 zeros I have given. Next, a equal to a plus 1. Here type of a. Type of a means what is the type data type of a? Integer. Integer will print. Next, print of a means what will print? 1. Next 45 zeros, and that the last 45th zero will become 1. Okay, see the output. Yes. Okay, its type is integer and we get the output. Next one, print single and multiple variables in Python. See, a equal to 5. Print of a means what will print? 5 will print. Okay. Next, printing multiple variables. A equal to 5, b equal to 6. Print of a comma b means 5 space 6 will print. Okay. Next, 1 comma 2 comma means, okay, it will print 1 space 2 space 3 space like that. Next, basic fundamentals, tokens. Okay, here keywords, identifiers, literals, operators are called tokens. Next, Python data type. Okay, see, for example program a equal 10. What is the data type of a? Integer. B equal to high Python. What is the data type of B? String. Next, C equal to 10.5. What is the data type of C? Float. See the output. Next one, standard data types. See the diagram. Python data types. There are 5 data types are there. Numeric, dictionary, boolean, set, sequence type. Okay, here numeric means there are 3 operations are there: integer, complex number, float. Sequence type in string, list, tuple are there. Okay, See one by one. First one, numeric type. Okay, we can store numeric values. For example, a equal to 5. What is the type of a? Integer. B equal to 40.5. What is the type of b? That is the float. Next one, c equal to 1 plus 3j. It is a complex number, so its type is complex. Next one, here see this ninth line. Print c is a complex number, comma is instance. See, it will gives the output true or false, whether 1.3j is complex number or not complex number. So it gives result true. Okay, so see the output true. Next one, here integer means what is the example? 10, 2, minus 20, minus 50. Float means 1.9. Okay, like that. Complex number, see for the example 2.14j, comma 2.0 plus 2.3j. Next sequence type string. What is string? It is a collection of characters. What is string? It is a collection of characters. We will see the example program. See str equal to string using double quotes. See, we are using the double quotes. Here we can use the multi-line strings also. Okay, we will see the example program for the string. See.
Yeah.
See here string equal to double quotes string using double quotes. Okay, print of str. I am printing the string. Okay, next one, address equal to, here I have given the multi-line string. Okay, I am giving the multi-line string. Here address is in multi-line. For that I am using triple single quotes. Okay, see the line number 3, triple single quotes. Next I am giving address, next line, end with 3 triple quotes. Okay, I am going to print the address. Next string s equal to, see, we will see the output. See, string using double quotes will print. Next time address is printing. See, can you understand? Okay, this is the way to print the multi-line string. Okay, we are using the triple single quotes. That's all. Next, we will see the another program for string operations. See, str1 equal to hello Python, str2 equal to how are you. Next one, print of str1 of, okay, it is the slicing operator. See, the square bracket 0 colon 2 closing the square bracket, it is called the slice operator. Okay, we are going to cut the string into particular part. Okay, for example 0 to 2. Okay, that is the starting number is 0, end number is 2, that is end number minus 1. So end number minus 1 means 2 minus 1 is 1. So 0 comma 1. 0 comma 1 means the index number starts with str1, h is 0, e is 1, 2, l is 2, like that it is going. Here 0 comma 1 means he is the output. See the output. Yes, he is getting. Okay, we get the he. Next one, print str1 of 4. Here what is the index number of 4? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So O is the output. Next one, str1 star 2. What is str1? That is hello Python. Star 2 means it is 2 times. It will print 2 times. Okay. So hello Python, hello Python. Next one, str1 plus str2. Here we are using the plus operator. Okay, str1 is hello Python will print. Next plus str2, how are you will print. See the output. Yes. Okay. Next, we are going to see the list. What is list? It is a collection of different data types. Okay. See, string means we can store the string value. Integer means we can store integer value. Okay, float means we can store float value, but I want to store all the types of data in a list. Okay, so here see list one, for example, list one equal to this one. Okay, here I am using integer, string, again integer. Okay, see, we will see the example program. See, I am typing the program. Next is, see, list one equal to 1 comma hi comma python comma 2. Okay, print type of list one. What is the data type of list one? It is list. See the output, class list is printing. Next one, print list one. What is list one? 1 hi python 2. See the output, 1 hi python 2 is printing. Next one, list one, open bracket. Next one, 3 colon. What is 3? It is index number 0, index number 1, index number 2. This is index number 3. So we are not mentioning the end item, so it goes to the end. Okay, for example, I am giving 1 colon. Okay, 1 colon. See, 1 colon means index number 0 is 1, 1 is high. So it starts from high. We are not mentioned the end item. Okay, starting item I have given, not end item. So it end with the last item up to the last. So hi python 2. See the output, hi python 2. Okay, next one, 0. Instead of 0 I have not mentioned the starting item. So what will happen? It will start from the first item. It will start from the first item. First to end item minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So 0, 1. What is 0, 1? 1 high. See the output, 1 high will print. Next one, print list 1 plus list 2. What is list 1? 1 high python 2. Again plus means again one more time list 1. 1 high python 2. See the output, 1 high python 2. Next one, list 1 into 3. See, into means 3 times. 3 times list 1. What is 3 times list 1? 1 high python 2, 1 high python 2, 1 high python 2. See, 3 times it is printing. Yes, can you understand? Okay. Next one, list is over. Next one, tuple. See, tuple and list both are similar. Okay, what is the difference means here in list we are using the square bracket. See here we are using the square bracket to create a list, but in tuple we are using the parenthesis. See, open parenthesis, close parenthesis to create a tuple. Okay, that is one difference. And then main difference is list is mutable. List is mutable, but tuple is immutable. List is mutable means we can change the item value, we can insert an item, we can delete an item. Okay, but in tuple, okay, it is not possible. We cannot insert an item, change an item, we cannot remove an item. Okay, it is fixed one. Okay, it is read only data structure tuple. Okay, so in list there are many built-in functions are there, but tuple there are less built-in functions are there. Okay, see the example program for tuple. See, I am going to type this program here. See, tuple equal to hi python 2. Okay, next print of type of tuple. See, what is the type of tup? That is tuple. Okay, see, I am executing the program. See here, class tuple. Next print tup. What is tup? Hi python 2. So hi python 2 is output. Next one, print of tup of 1 colon. Okay, for example, 1 colon means 0 1, so Python 2, that is the output. I'm not mentioning the end number, so it goes up to the end. Next one, 0 colon 1. See, 0 colon 1 means starting number is 0, ending number is 1, that is end number minus 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So only one item. So high will print. See the output high. Next one, print tuple plus tuple. So 2 times tuple. So high Python 2, high Python 2. See the output. Next, print tup star 3. Star 3 means 3 times. Okay, high Python 2, high Python 2, high Python 2. Okay, it is the output. Next one, tup of, see, tup of 2. What is tup of 2? This is tup of 1, 0, 1, 2. I am changing this value into high. Okay, but in Python, tuple, okay, cannot change the item value. Okay, so it shows the error message. Okay, see, the tuple object does not support the item assignment. See the error, tuple object does not support the item assignment. Okay, that's all. Next one, dictionary. Dictionary means it is an unordered set of a key value pair of item. Okay, there is a key and its value. For example, students roll number 1. Who is roll number 1? For example, Alex means Alex. Roll number 2 is uh, roll number 2 is Bhaskar means Bhaskar. Roll number 3 is like that. Okay, so here we will see one example program. Here, see the example program. Here, dictionary D equal to, see, curly braces, open curly brace, key value pair. So 1 colon Alam, comma 2 colon Alex, 3 colon John, 4 colon, that is the mic. See each number, this is the key. 1 is key. So for example, that is the student roll number. Who is the roll number 1? Alam. Roll number 2, Alex. Roll number 3, John. Roll number 4, Mike. Okay, so print of D. Print of D means it will print the dictionary. See the output. 1 Alam, 2 Alex, 3 John, 4 Mike. Next one, first name is D of 1. See, this is who is 1? Alam. So first name of the student is Alam. So that is the output. Next is second name of the student is, okay, D of 2. Okay, we need to change D of 2. Who is roll number 2? Alex. See the output. Second name is Alex. Next one, D dot keys. That is dictionary dot keys. Here, what are the keys? 1, 2, 3, 4 is the keys. Okay, what are the values? Alam, Alex, John, Mike. See the output. Keys, Alam, values. Okay, can you understand? That's our dictionary. Okay, so it is the key value pairs. Okay, next one, Boolean. Boolean type provides the two built-in values, true and false. See, for example, print of type of true. Okay, what is the type of true? That is Boolean. Type of false also Boolean. Next type of print of false. Okay, we didn't declare a variable false. Okay, so it shows the name error. Okay, name false is not defined. Okay, can you understand? Next one, set. Set is a iterable, mutable, and it is also an unordered collection of data type. Unordered collection of data types. Okay. See, for example, mutable means we can modify an item, or we can insert an item or delete an item in set. Okay. Let's see the example program. See here, first line set1 equal to set function. So here I am creating the empty set. Set1 is a empty set I have created. Next set2 equal to James 23 Python. Here we are using the curly braces. Okay, open curly brace, close curly brace. Next print of set2. I am printing the set2. See, I am going to run the program. See, what is the set2? James 23 Python. See the output. Here Python 23 James. What I told you, it is unordered collection. So it will print in any order. Okay, first time I am executing means Python 23 James came. Next time if I am executing means 23 Python James will maybe the output. Okay, it is unordered collection. Okay, next one set2 dot add of 10. I am adding 10 with set2. Next I am going to print set2. What is the output? See the output. 2 3 10 James Python. 10 is added. Next one set2 dot remove of 2. I am going to remove number 2 in the list. So it is removed. This time I'm going to print the set2 means it is printing 310 James Python. Okay, next one print set1. See what is set1? That is set function. Okay, that's all. Next one. Next Python operators. Python operators. Here the operator can be defined as a symbol, okay, which is responsible for a particular operation between two operands. Okay, it is the pillar of a program on which the logic is built. Okay, what are the types of operators? Arithmetic, comparison, assignment, logical, bitwise, membership, identity operators. Okay, let's see the arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. See the modulus, it gives the remainder. Modulus gives the remainder. Okay, next exponent. Exponent means that is power. For example, a star star b means a whole power b. A whole power b. Okay, that is the output. Next floor division. See double slash means floor division. Here for example, see the example, 9 double slash 2 means its answer is 4. Okay, next come here, minus 11 double slash 3 means, okay, for example plus 11 double slash 3 means, okay, it shows the output 3, but minus 11 double slash 3 means it shows the output minus 4, because it gives the rounded value. For if any one of the operand is negative means it gives the rounded value. Okay, see, we will see the example program. See the program, a equal to 21, b equal to 10, c equal to 0. Okay, here c equal to a plus b. So what is the value of c? That is 31. See the output, c 31, line number 1, 31. Next a minus b means 21 minus 10, that is 11. See the output 11. Next a star b means multiplication, 210 is the output. See output. Next a slash b means 21 slash 10, so 2.1, that is the output. Next one a modulus b. See modulus means it gives the remainder. Okay, a divided by b. What is a divided by b? That is 21 by 10. Okay, 2 times, that is 20. What is the remainder? 1. See the output, 1 is the output. Next one, a equal to 2, b equal to 3, c equal to a star star b. That means a whole power b. What is a? 2. 2 power 3. 2 power 3 means 8. See the output 8. Next one, a equal to 10, b equal to 5, c equal to a double slash b. That is the floor division operation. Okay, so the answer is 2. See here we will check the another output also. See here C equal to print of C. See C equal to plus 11. Okay, 11 plus 11 double slash 3. So 11 divided by 3. So 3 times 9. So again 2 is there. So point, that is the 3.6 is coming. Okay, 11 double slash 3 means we are dividing 11 by 3. That is, the answer is 3.6. But it gives the output. See the output is 3. Both the number of positive number means it does not round the value. It gives the 3. But one number is negative number. Minus 11 means what is giving? Minus 4. It gives the rounded value. So minus 4 it is giving. Okay. Yes, can you understand what is floor division? Yes. Okay, students. Okay. In the next class, we will see the Python comparison operators. Okay. Okay, thank you.